Welcome back to a new episode of The Too Early Show. This week has been quite busy, starting with the State of the Union address. The address was canceled, then rescheduled, then rescheduled, then canceled, and then finally given by the president on Tuesday evening. We saw a lot of old things that we were familiar with, and we saw a lot of interesting things. We saw Trump being able to rile up a crowd, and Nancy Pelosi bringing out all the stops in the roast game. We also got to see Vice President Pence thoroughly inspecting the president's jacket for dandruff while simultaneously trying to play chameleon.
Coalitions forge new solutions and unlock the extraordinary promise of America's future. The decision is ours to make. We must choose between greatness or gridlock, results or resistance, vision or vengeance, incredible progress or pointless destruction. Tonight, I ask you to choose greatness.
I mean, look at his face. It's getting red to blend in with that red stripe, and the white hair on either side is blending in with those stripes. It works really well, I think. Moving on. In the commotion surrounding Anthony Davis's request to be traded from the New Orleans Pelicans to the LA Lakers, one of the most iconic members of the NBA Peanut Gallery is starting to speak out. LeVar Ball. He was the talk of the league when his son Lonzo was entering the draft 2 seasons ago, and he is once again commenting on his son's basketball career in the midst of the Anthony Davis debacle. If this doesn't make sense, he's basically the human equivalent of the fidget spinner. He was really popular for a time. We haven't heard about him for a while. He says he wants Lonzo to go to the Phoenix Suns, which is a little suspect that he wants his sons to always go to very bad teams. When Lonzo was entering the league 2 seasons ago, LA was in the cellar of the West. This year, Phoenix is at the bottom of the West standings. And I am a little perplexed as to his reasoning, because is it to make LeVar look good? Is it to make Lonzo look good? Is it like eating vegetables? They taste bad, but it's really good for you, and this is going to help Lonzo grow? Or is he just trying to save money on his shoe brand, and moving to Phoenix wouldn't require him to change the colors of his merchandise, and that would save him a few dollars? Moving on. Instagram is revolutionizing their app. The company is allowing users to denote a certain account as their main account. This would make it easier for the users to transition between the accounts. But if Facebook is using this as a method to more effectively collect users' data, I would think tracking people's Finstas would be more effective, because you can learn a lot about people by looking at their Finstas. But maybe they won't do that, because then it would make them look like ants, uninvited guests to a tea party. However, if they want to take a look at the Too Early Show Instagram account, I wouldn't mind. It's at Too Early Show, if any of you guys were wondering. Now, moving on to our top headline. The Super Bowl. It happened last Sunday and was quite embarrassing for the state of California on account of the hometown play. But they did get their moment of glory when Adam Levine stripped off his shirt to reveal a massive tattoo with the state name across his stomach, and left us wondering, what if other celebrities did the same thing? But as for the game, it was a lot like Travis Scott's halftime performance. The first half of it was silent. In fact, there were as many Michael & Sons commercials as there were Rams points, and one lucky bettor won $100,000 after betting that the Rams would only score 3 points. But that was one of 2 people, I'm assuming. A really die-hard Patriots fan, or Bill Belichick's mom. And by the end of the first half, there were so few points, so many football players kicking the ball, that 66 million British people said, yes, this is what football looks like. Thank you very much for your time. We will see you next week with the next episode of The Too Early Show.